Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Meteorologist Max Hazzon here, and I hope everybody's been staying pretty dry out there today because it's been a pretty nice day despite the cooler than average temperatures. But high pressure that is centered off the coast of Massachusetts that has been pushing a lot of drier oceanic marine air into the Garden State has given us these drier but cooler temperatures in the area. But luckily, though, we have this warm front that is currently stretching across the Ohio Valley down into the mid-Atlantic that will be surging its way into the northeast by tomorrow, giving us some warmer than average temperatures before we get hit with this cold front, and a pretty strong cold front ahead of this very strong low that has been dumping a lot of snow across the northern Great Plains. South Dakota and Minnesota has seen areas of up to 2 feet so far, and we could even see totals of up to near 30 inches of snow. Blizzard warnings are in effect through tomorrow morning, as we could see wind gusts of up to potentially 60 miles per hour plus at times. Right now, though, we have a lot of clouds starting to move into the area, becoming mainly cloudy, but very dry, as I mentioned, because of the high pressure that's been bringing a lot of drier air from the ocean to our area. 46 degrees right now, just a lot of clouds are starting to move in the area, but as I mentioned, very dry with the low humidity at 30% and that easterly onshore wind at 5 to 8 miles per hour. Mid to upper 40s across the rest of the state, ranging from 45 to near 50 nearby Somerville and 46 down in Wildwood. So the good news is, as I mentioned, is that we're going to have that warm air surging up from the south before the cold front comes through. However, though, a southwesterly flow will keep temperatures into the 70s for this weekend, but unfortunately it does come with the consequence, as we're going to have a pretty wet weekend. As I mentioned, system coming in from the west, and we even are going to see some rain coming in from the south. That's going to bring us a lot of wet weather. But the good news is that winter is pretty much over. The snow system that I mentioned, is going to stay far out of our area into the Great Lakes and into portions of Canada. And you can see on the futurecast that the snow really moves out of our area, and the rain by tomorrow afternoon starts to stretch across much of the Ohio Valley down to the Tennessee Valley and even into portions of the southeast. But it actually strengthens because of that cold front, and rain actually picks up across the entire East Coast. But here in our area, we could see some heavy showers, especially through tomorrow night, even some rumble of thunder at times, especially across central Pennsylvania through the night hours before it really starts to move out of our area by tomorrow morning. Could even see a spotty shower early on in the morning on Saturday, but overall we're going to see mostly cloudy skies. Could see a few peaks of sunshine before Sunday. Another system comes in from the south, could bring us some more heavy rain and even a rumble of thunder at times. And that's why, especially for Saturday, as I mentioned, a lot of the rain is going to stay out of our area, but down to our south, especially in Louisiana, includes the cities of Shreveport and Alexandria, could see an enhanced risk. I would not even be surprised if they actually elevate this to a moderate risk, as there's been some reports that we could see some significant tornadoes possible with this storm. Don't panic just yet. We are still a couple of days out, and even if you're in that area, you're going to want to stay tuned, especially to local news for more information. 43 degrees is your low tonight. A lot of clouds build into the area overnight, with even some patchy fog at times and even a possibility of some drizzle in the area with an onshore flow wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Temperatures in the 40s across the entire rest of the Garden State, 40 and up in Sussex, 43 in Atlantic City, in the mid-40s down to our south in Wildwood and Vineland. A little bit cooler further to our north and west, especially north of 84. We could see areas into the upper 30s as well, and into the upper elevations in Mount Pocono. Down to our south, very mild, especially down towards Baltimore and the Washington, D.C. area. So here's what we really need to worry about tomorrow. A lot of warm air starts surging in from the south with that southwesterly flow. That's the good news. The bad news is that on the backside, we're having a lot of showers and storms coming in from the Midwest, as I mentioned before. This is through 5 p.m. tomorrow. Much of the rain is going to start progressing its way into the Ohio Valley and western Pennsylvania, not really reaching into the Harrisburg area and the D.C. area up until after sunset at times. So to really stay tuned for all the latest updates, you could go to RETV channel 23.1 every 15 minutes, or go to our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube page. I'm meteorologist Max Hazzon signing off. Have a good night, Rockers.